Yeah, hello, my dear friends. Welcome back again. Today, we are going to talk about something simple. We are going to talk about something not difficult, but simple and very important to know as a musician, as a pianist, as a guitarist, as a singer, as a musician. So, we are going to talk about what we call 2/8 notes. 2/8 notes. 2/8 notes. These are 2/8 notes that are beamed together with a beam. So, they are together like this. Okay, so we are going to talk about this one. I hope you can see this clearly. We are going to talk about this one. 2/8 notes. 2/8 notes are equal to 1/4 note in duration. 2/8 notes are equal to 1/4 note in duration. They are equal to 1/4 note in duration. So what I'm trying to say is, you do the mathematics, you add 2/8 notes together, you combine them together to get 1/4 note. So in other words, 2/8 notes are equal to 1/4 note. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. 2/8 notes equals 1 beat, which is quarter note. So 2/8 notes are paired together with a beam. So this is what we refer to as a beam. This is our beam. This is a beam pairing 2/8 notes together. Okay, pairing 2/8 notes together. Without a beam, they will not be together. So this is a beam, that is this one, this line, this top line that connects this to this. That is a beam. To count 8 notes, it is helpful to subdivide each single beat into 2 parts. To count 8 notes, it is helpful to subdivide each single beat into 2 parts. So this helps you to count 8 notes. Just subdivide each quarter note into 2 parts, because 2/4 notes equals, 2/8 notes equals to 1/4 note. Okay, so 2/8 notes count 2/8 notes. That's how we count. But I prefer the second one, which is count like this: 1 and 1 and 1. So it is 1 and. So to count this one, to get 1, we take this one. Remember, the word "and" means addition. Addition. It means addition. So we get this 1/8 note, and the second 8th note will equals to 1/4 note. So we count them like this: 1 and 1 and. So when you're counting 8th notes, you will count as in 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and. Okay, so clap and count the following rhythm aloud. How do we count this? This is 3, 4. Now when we begin with 3. Remember why they're beginning with 3, and it's because there's a bar here, which means these were the last 8 notes in this bar, and we are working with 3, 4 time. So which means now this is the third. So we are going to say 3 and. So 3 and 1, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and then 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, so 1 and 2 and. Okay, so what I want you to understand is, when we are the simplest or the easiest way to count this. To count these 8 notes, just use the word "and." You count the first one, then you say "and." So this, then "and." This "and." Even when you're playing, say 1 and 1 and. So let me play 8 notes. If I'm to play 8 notes, they'll sound like this. So I'm going to play the scale of C, but I'm just going to be playing 1 and 2. So it is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and So this is a bar up to here. So it is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so clapping this will be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 so that's how it should be. That's the rhythm. Okay, so there's a song here called Another Year Older. Another Year Older, and they're using this type of rhythm, which is 2/8 notes here. We have 2/8 notes, then we have quarter notes, then half notes are also there, but we are counting in terms of 8th notes. We are dividing this into 8th notes to make it easy to count. That's why you see, that's why they've done it like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and you see. So I'm going to play this piece of music to demonstrate that. Okay. So I begin with the first. We are beginning with our left hand. Right hand has nothing. Okay. 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and so you see what has happened here. This is what we call a conductor's eye or a fermata sign, which means you play this note longer than its value. You play this note longer than its value. So the value of this note is just one count. So I'm going to hold it longer. That's why I see the song Happy Birthday to you. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kenneth. Happy birthday to you. So you see, dear Kenneth. You see, this is where there's this fermata sign. It means you're going to hold the note longer, or you sing the note longer. There's that sustaining of the note. That is the effect of a fermata sign, which looks like an eye, like this sign here. Okay, let's go on. So this is a song that is played always as a birthday song. So we are using 8th notes to play this song. Let me repeat once again, moderato. So it's played moderately, not fast, not slow. It's in the middle. Okay, again I begin. So 1 and 3 and 3 and 1 and 2 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 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and okay. So that's how we count these 2/8 notes together. It is 1 and 1 and 1 and so that's how you count these 2/8 notes together. Okay, so Once again, let me play this song one more time to demonstrate that. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 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 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 1 and Famata san. 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and you get. So that is it. That's how you count these 2 eighth notes together. You combine 2 eighth notes, you equate them to 1 quarter note. So when you're counting eighth notes, look at them in terms of 1 quarter note. So you just divide the quarter note in the middle to get 2 eighth notes. So count them in terms of quarter notes, but you're going to hit the notes twice. Like quarter note, you'll just hit the note once. 1. Then eighth notes, 1. So you say 1. Quarter note, 1. 1. Quarter notes. So quarter note, 2 eighth notes. 1. 1 and 1. So 2 eighth notes. Then quarter note. You get. So that is the difference. So thank you for watching once again. I'll see you again in my next video. God bless you.